I thought we were a happy family. At least I did, until the day everything changed. That day my family started ignoring me. I talk to them, but they don't respond. They don't even look at me. I'm going to be crazy. Why? What did I do to make them do this? My name is Gina Whitmore. I'm 38 years old, a fashion designer, and I live in a craftsman-style house in Portland, Oregon. I love my family, my husband William, our 16-year-old daughter Lily, and our 12-year-old son Noah. Every morning followed the same comforting rhythm. William would kiss me goodbye while I fixed his tie. Lily would dramatically complain about school while secretly waiting for her goodbye hug, and Noah would talk a mile a minute about soccer strategies. I've often noticed the autumn sunlight filtering through the window, making the maple leaves glow like stained glass. I'd stand there for moments feeling the warmth of the light. Now I say, how I wish I could relive those moments again. Everything was perfect until that day. The day I woke up to silence. No alarm clock, no smell of coffee brewing, no muffled sounds of Noah practicing soccer drills in the hallway. I reached for my phone, but it wasn't there. It's always on my nightstand, but now it was gone. I searched everywhere, under the bed, in the bathroom, in the closet, but I couldn't find it. I wanted to check what was going on. I walked barefoot down the stairs where we eat our meals. The kitchen smelled like burnt toast. William was silently flipping through his newspaper. Lily was sitting at the table, her hair hanging over her face, and she stared blankly at her phone. Noah hadn't touched his breakfast, the chocolate chip pancakes I always made on Wednesdays. They seemed upset. "Good morning, my dears," I exclaimed, my voice filled with joy. "William," I called, watching him flip through the newspaper at the breakfast table. "Have you seen my phone?" He didn't look up, didn't even blink. They didn't all even look at me. Why? What happened? I thought. My stomach twisted. Was this a joke? Some kind of cruel prank? "Lily Bug," I whispered, kneeling beside her chair, noticing how her nails were bitten raw. "Sweetheart, what happened? Why won't you look at me? Did I do something wrong?" "Whatever Mom did, I'm so..." She shivered and wrapped her arms around herself. "Dad, it's so cold," she said. William didn't look up. He kept reading the newspaper. "Eat your breakfast," he told her. "William," I repeated it again angrily. "Have you seen my phone?" But before he could answer, Noah knocked over his orange juice. The liquid spread across the table like blood, dripping onto my favorite placemat, the one with embroidered sunflowers that took me 6 months to save for. No one moved to clean it. Lily scrolled on her phone. Noah ate his cereal like nothing was wrong. "Lily, Noah!" I waved my hand in front of them. "Can you hear me?" No response. My heart began to race. Was this some kind of prank? "William!" I tried to touch him, but he suddenly laughed as if he didn't want me to touch him. I stepped back in shock, my heart pounding. Why were they ignoring me? Noah and Lily left after hugging William, and he went upstairs. I stood in shock for a moment, wondering why they didn't hug me like usual. Then I followed William. In our bedroom, I stared at the empty spot where my phone usually charged. I felt a sinking feeling. "William?" I said softly, but there was no response. "William?" My voice sounded too loud in the silent bedroom. He stood by the dresser, knotting his tie with steady hands, his reflection in the mirror showing no reaction to my call. The morning sun painted golden stripes across his face, highlighting the dark circles under his eyes I hadn't noticed before. Did we fight last night? Did I say something terrible in my sleep? As I wondered, I reached out to fix his tie like I always did, but he moved suddenly and I stumbled. A strangled gasp escaped my lips as I stepped back. William simply adjusted his tie and walked right toward the door. He left the whole house without kissing me like usual, without even saying a word to me. I stood there in shock. I felt suffocated. I needed air, needed to escape whatever nightmare this was. I rushed to the front door, twisting the knob with all my strength, but it wouldn't budge. The windows wouldn't open either. It was like an invisible force held them shut. Did they lock me in? Panic clawed at my throat. I needed help. I needed to talk to someone, anyone. My best friend Rachel. She would know what to do. But my phone was gone. The landline didn't respond when I picked it up. I was completely cut off. The front door handle refused to turn under my desperate grip. This makes no sense. I designed this house. I chose this brass handle from the antique market. It always stuck a little to the left. As I was lost in thought, through the sidelight window, I saw Rachel's car pull up our driveway. My best friend since college, coming for our weekly coffee date I'd never miss. "Rachel!" I screamed, pounding on the glass until my palms ached. She checked her phone, frowned at our house, then slowly drove away. My heart sank. What was going on? What kind of punishment is this? What could I have possibly done? Days passed in silence. My family moved around me like I didn't exist. They were sad, and I felt like I was the source of it. I screamed for them to see me. I wanted to talk to them. I wanted to defend myself. I hadn't done anything to deserve punishment. One night I heard it. A sob. Soft, muffled, coming from Lily's room. I crept upstairs, pressing my ear to her door. "I miss my mom so much," Lily whispered, her voice breaking. William sighed. "I know, sweetheart. We all do," his voice crackling. My blood turned to ice. Noah's whisper was worse. "Dad, do you think she suffered? Will they ever find who did it?" I froze. Did what? William's next words shattered me. "The police said there were no leads. It was just a random break-in." Tears filled Lily's eyes. "It's not fair. She didn't deserve this." My legs gave out. In that moment, fractured memories surged, walking into our dark kitchen, seeing a shadow move near the cutlery drawer, the glint of my own chef's knife coming toward me. Then, nothing. "They're talking about me." No, 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 this isn't. My knees gave out and hit the carpet as the truth hit me. The truth washed over me in icy waves. The missing phone, the untouched breakfast, the way my favorite sweater still hung on the back of the chair where I'd left it, preserved like a museum exhibit. They were talking about me. I was gone, murdered, forgotten, a ghost in my own home. They weren't ignoring me. They were mourning me. I watched them grieve, desperate to hold them one last time, to tell them I'm still here. But I couldn't. They couldn't hear me, and they never will. All I could do was watch and wait. The newspaper on William's desk told the rest. Local designer Gina Whitmore, 38, fatally stabbed in home invasion. I'm dead. But I couldn't leave. All I could do was watch and wait. Now I exist in the spaces between. I was like a fly trapped between panes of glass, seen but voiceless, felt but untouchable. They feel me, somehow, but my voice remains lost in the void. I discovered the rules of my new existence by accident. I could touch objects briefly, long enough to leave a door slightly ajar or make a light flicker, but never enough to get attention. My family sometimes sensed me as a chill or a faint floral scent. My Chanel No. 5. William sleeps on my side of the bed, clutching my pillow as if my scent might pull me back. Willie sprays my perfume before every important test, the scent lingering like a ghostly hug. Noah still whispers Zucker stats to empty rooms where I used to listen with pride. And when the grief becomes unbearable, I gather every ounce of energy I have to make the wind chimes tinkle softly or dim the lights, our secret code for I'm here, I love you. Once, just once, when Lily sat sobbing in my sewing room, I focused all I had. The antique locket she gave me for Mother's Day clicked open. Our smiling faces gazed up at her, her breath hitched. Mom? For a brief moment, it felt like we touched across the veil of death. Maybe death isn't the end. Maybe love lingers in the spaces between heartbeats, in the scent of perfume on a daughter's neck, in the way a family's grief keeps the departed almost alive.